because here to save the day is the do-gooders. Where the hell are they?
Run it.
Bang, time to show you what we came to do.
What can I do for you?
I'm new to this town and I'm really looking to make a difference.
Well, if you're looking to make a difference, you can always join the police department.
We are already at full staff.
I'm actually looking for the superheroes in town. Am I in the right place?
Absolutely, sir.
I'd really like to talk to someone about joining the team.
Please, have a seat, sir.
It is truly a horrific scene here in downtown Citytropolis. While the number of casualties is yet unknown, it is likely that that number will continue to rise. What even is that? Where the hell are our heroes?
Oh my God! Rock, paper, scissors, shoot!
And this is Master Walkie-Talkie, the brains behind the operation.
Are you the one who shit in my pants?
No one's coming to save you.
Not today, piece of shit. Do-gooders away?
Whew, help! Save us!
Howdy, sailors. You want to see my gills?
If I may, sir. I may not be a hero, but I know one when I see one.
Well, guys. We are here on another Monday. Monday morning, 11/11. Oh, shit, make a wish. All right, wish made. Okay, so I hope everyone had themselves a good weekend, good day, salutations, and all that beautiful stuff. It had me a pretty... I'm not going to lie and say it was the greatest weekend ever. We had our reveal party for my kid on Saturday, and we are having the boy. I'm having a little me, which at first, I'm like, oh my God, I'm having a son. I wanted a girl so bad. So like, of course, I was devastated for like the entirety of the day. And it kind of like trickled down to my wife. So like nobody was happy. And but now in retrospect, looking back, hey, I got 2 chances at the NFL right now. So just saying. Okay, I don't know what's going on with all of my stuff, dude. Guys, like, I don't know. It does this. And I don't know how to fix it. It bothers me so much because I could be in the middle of something and then it just dies. Like right now, it just unplugged a lot of my stuff for no reason. So I don't know. And it's annoying. Alright, let me turn this off. Save that. Let me put it so you guys can see. Alright. Don't know why. Again, like my computer will just freeze. And it's so discouraging too. Like it's so discouraging. Because I could be on a roll, like things could be clicking, and all of a sudden everything would just lock down for like 10 seconds. And then I'll have to re-fire up and reboot the camera, the audio, every single time. So I'm trying to find out like what that problem could be. And to be honest, I haven't got the slightest idea. It's so frustrating. So frustrating. Okay. And again, I don't know what it is. I'm Googling, using Chat, GPT, Google, everything. AOL, dial up. Alright, since, yeah. You know, I'm probably just gonna once again do it without the camera until I can get it figured out, because that's just gonna be such a pain. So if it cuts off again, fuck it, we ball, we'll do it without the camera again. Alright, so I'm not gonna try to troubleshoot while animating. It's just gonna cause problems. It's just gonna be a headache for me. So we're just gonna do what we can and just go straight into the animation. So fuck it. Pull out the glove. Let's see, where's the camera? Alright, pull up the glove. Grab a drink. And yes, it's a White Claw. I'm not much of a drinker. And when I do drink, I don't really care too much for the taste of alcohol. And I know it's 11 o'clock. Too early to drink. Don't judge me. Okay. Now let us get into the program. I'm going to share this to Facebook group real quick. I should go live here real quick. Hold on. apologies. Again, I am like so ill prepared. I'm not. My brain works so fast. Doesn't mean it's always right. Let's get that out the way. But my brain works so fast. I forget half the shit that I be thinking of at the time I'm thinking of it. And I just be losing my mind sometimes. So let me go ahead. I want to put this in my group chat because there's a couple of guys who are trying to animate, and I want them to have all the information that they can get. So if I can find it, bam, sent. Let us get back into the stream. Okay, my scatterbrained ass. Let's go. So we're gonna go ahead and work on the same one that we've been working on, which was Bomb Squad. So we're gonna go ahead and just open that bad boy up. I need to do an update, an upload, and a what's the fucking word I'm looking for? Backup. I need to do a backup. I couldn't. What's damaged?
Inside of Bentonville.
I don't know what was damaged.
And
so.
that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I like to call light work.
Oh, wait, I do know what it is. Because there are some files with, or there's some things with inside of the, maybe not. There's something somewhere where there is a warp tool being used, and I don't know where it's at. Because that's usually what that message is. That something is just usually like, hey, you know, there's something in there that ain't right. We can't upload it. You're fucked. But in this instance, I think we're still good. So what we're gonna do is just go back and just rewatch it real quick. Just make sure that everything's there. I don't think it's going to play it properly. I think there might be something like wonky within the system, so it may not be as crystal clear.
Inside an abandoned building, the team sounds like they're kicking ass because we can't afford to show it.
And then pop on screen.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I like to call light work.
You ain't do jack shit but watch.
I came up with the plan and coordinated all of our attacks.
No. All you said was, do-gooders away.
As a good leader should.
Guys, does it even matter? We did it.
Knocked off screen.
Guys, what's that sound? I don't know.
Maybe it's the fucking bomb in the middle of the room.
Oh.
Dialogue, come on. Okay.
Did you just defuse a bomb?
All right. So there is a place where I messed up. I'm gonna go fix this. Ooh, pardon me. That was grotesque. So paste.
You ain't do jack shit.
All right. So we're just gonna adjust his dialogue because he says something. They freak out. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick change. It's not even going to take long. I'm just going to exchange that face for that, or that one. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So that's done. That takes care of that simple problem. Whatever that issue is, I'm I'm hoping it's not that big of a deal. So let's go back to the beginning. All right, so now we are going to focus on the animations for Batman. So that's all I'm going to do. Focus on him moving. I still haven't decided if I'm going to have him like flip out and kick Doohickey. I would love to do that a lot more, or have Pew Pew do it, because I think that's just so much better than her standard just shoot him. He always gets shot. So if I can just have something else happen to him, that would be great. Alright, so where we're going to start, just going to go here, and since we don't see him, as a matter of fact, I'm going to get rid of the camera, because we don't need it. I'm going to keep everything the same, double click, so we're in its symbol now, where all the magic is happening. I'm going to put the dialogue to the top. Now, what we're going to have to do, obviously, since this is the reason why I got rid of the camera, because I wanted to be where it's going to be on the first frame. Like when they enter frame, where the camera is going to be stationed, so that way I can get an accurate reading of how long they have to and how far they have to walk. Like they have to walk from here to here, or like there to there. So he's off camera over here, so I'm just going to have him start like here and move in. So go into open, designs, Batman, and we're gonna go new walking puppet. So wait until Infinity and Beyond for this to open up. While that's doing that, I'm going to take a hit of this. Okay, so now it's taking 1,070,012 light years. Oh, there we go. So, same process with everything else. I know he's got this extra baggage on him, so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to I'm going to just go ahead and copy the entire symbol, put it in, go there, and hopefully when I import the Batman symbol from the other file, it imports it at the same height. So we're going to see, gonna go to the beginning. Don't know why it's doing this, but it's weird. Close, open, paste layers. And remember, put duplicate items into a folder. Now, the only hard thing about all that nonsense is the fact that when you, if, say for example, you remove an arm or a leg or something that was a part of, like we removed a symbol, basically. If you just removed a symbol from your canvas, you can go up here to library, and it has literally everything that you have imported. Now, the only downside to put the duplicate things in a folder is these folders down here, duplicate items. So, Batman hand, Batman bicep, that's all just duplicate items. Now, like I said, the bad thing about it is I don't think it puts them in separate folders. So all duplicate items will go into the same folder. And if you input multiple different versions of your character, then you're going to be dealing with, you know, an issue of trying to get things where they need to be on screen. So what I'm going to do is just go to the end right here. This is where he's on frame. And I'm going to just put a little marker right here, audio split, just so that way I have a reference. So, go to the beginning. I'm just going to drag this over to where I think roughly it's going to need to be. And I swear this computer is slower than anything. Alright. So once I get it in a good position to where I think it's going to be okay, right about here, as far as just like where in the timeline, now it's finding a good spot to where it feels natural for him to stop walking. So I don't want to, because I don't want to put that and then the next, and then he has to be right there. So like how his legs are positioned, it just doesn't feel natural. So I'm gonna go boom, boom, and then I feel like right here is a good ending point. So I'm gonna put a keyframe there and get rid of the rest. Shift F5. Okay. Now, of course, the issue is they're not in position at all. So, what we do then, take everything. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Wait until, and this little icon right here, so double circle is what we like to call the onion skin. So you click that bad bamma jamma right now. And then you get to see, like, the green is frames after, blue is frames before. So we're going to need frames after. Bam. So that is where he's going to need to be. So I'm just going to put his foot where it needs to be. Ooh, our music guy just sent us over something. Should we check it out? I think we should check it out. Let me move this camera more that way to avoid my horrible setup in the back. I need to change this real quick. This right here. This doesn't need to be there. Put it here for now. Out of frame. A little goat because I'm gonna go. Perfect. So let's check that out, because I'm very curious as to what he has sent over. I know what I asked him for, and so far our music guy has delivered every time. Shout out to my Chloe's. I don't know how to fucking pronounce it. Let's see what he dropped. Yo, I like that. I would have him turn down the horns of a hare. Yo, this long as fuck. But this fire. Yo, Mike. Yo. Alright, I had to text him real quick, let him know what I think, because that shit was heat. Yep. Mm-hmm. I have to let him know how good he is. Like, yo, like, he's good. He's fucking good at what he does. Like, our music guy is solid. He's solid. Yeah, he's rock solid. I'm 40. What the fuck? I don't need to say pause after every questionable sentence. I ain't gonna say pause. I'll look you dead in your face. His shit, rock solid. It's okay, I'm done. Oh, God. And that's how you lose followers, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so I think I got where I need, where I want. So this is frame. Which frame is this? Well, this is the part I never get, because it never tells me the frame that I'm currently on. Okay, it does. 134. So I need to, in that case, I need to bring this character over. This one frame right here over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy it. Copy that frame, bring it over there, paste. And then exactly what I'm going to do is just go from there, go back to object, frame picker, change it to frame 1. And then everything should be in sequence. Like, Mike is so good. He is so good with his music. Okay, so now that I have everything, I still find it a bit off. So I'm going to go and fix that. First, I'm going to get rid of the fishing nets and the earphones and the vest. And then just leave that. Okay. So I just went into the symbols and removed them. Since I don't need them, I still have it in the other puppet. I don't need it at all. Just go in here and there, and I'm going to change this. Go back to frame 1 right here. Oops. First frame of the walk. Go to not loop, but single frame. Frame picker. Shit, I gotta go in here and change it to that one. So, boom. Okay. So that takes care of that part.
Because we can't show.
Alright, I gotta turn my volume down because every time he texts me back, it's gonna buzz and annoy me. So, oh, wait, no, I don't want his walk cycle to be 1. I want it to loop.
Kicking ass. Because we can't afford to show it.
And that, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. So again, I still think the ending is a little bit off because just to the placement of his arms, I think it's a huge swing. So what I'm gonna do, frame picker, and use 44 instead. And then I'm just going to start this at, actually, I'm just gonna drag it out of frame. Whenever it finally catches up to its dumbness. Frame picker, now it's frame 1. So these frames at the end. Don't like like it. Okay. So we're gonna do this again. It's such a huge process. Hey, what's happening? Can you hear me good? We good? What's going on, my friend? So we got in here. So copy that one frame. Go back to the first frame. Paste the frame. Copy. Oh, no, not copy. Sorry. Bam. Bam. And then pick frame number 1. And then that should be good. And then the whole walk cycle should be fine.
An ass. Because we can't afford to show it.
And that, ladies,
That looks a lot better, I think. I still think it might be off a little bit because it looks like he's going forward and back. See, he shouldn't be going backwards when he's trying to... Shit. So these are where those executive decisions, so to speak, come into play. And I honestly think, as much as I like how his arms naturally swing, I'm gonna go back to using frame 145. There's or 143. There's so much technical shit in here that I never would have thought to have to use. Man, it is. I mean, it's not. It's because once you get like the hang of it, once you understand, like, once you know how like your human body moves, and once you understand like how to maneuver through like all the jargon and the language and all the buttons and stuff like that. I know it seems like a lot. The more I'm talking, the more it sounds like, oh my god, this shit's overwhelming. It's not. I promise you, it's not. We did the full pilot, which you can see on YouTube. 26 minutes. Took us a year to do, and that was the first thing we animated. Like, the first time I ever picked up animation at all. We had the tablets and stuff for probably 2-3 months, and then we're like, all right, let's do it. And jumped into it. So, yeah, it's a lot. It really is. But at the same time, it's not really hard. It's just tedious. Like, doing this small stuff, like having to do 5 clicks and 6 drags just to get 10 seconds or even 3 seconds is a lot. And see here, I'm and me also, I make it worse on myself because I'm such a perfectionist. Like, I am such a perfectionist. And I will go back and clean up one thing 35 times before I'm like, okay, that looks good. I'm finally happy with it. Excuse me. Oh, you do? Yeah, those are my guys. Julian is the co-creator of this cartoon and plays. I'm pretty sure he's told you all about it. But yeah, yeah, a year, fucking year, 26 for 26 minutes, a year. However, again, very first time picking up animation at all. Like, I was learning as I was making the first episode. So yeah, that's why it took so long, because we were sitting there just like, all right, how do I do this? Oh. And by the time I figured out there was a quicker way to do it, the whole scene was done. So I was like, oh, well, I could have done that with that. So, yeah. And thank you very much. We got ourselves a little boy coming. Logan Parker is the name that we have so far. And I find it very fitting, because if it was a girl, her name was supposed to be Leia Louise. I have a son. My other son's name is Luke. So having a girl, I was going with Leia for Luke and Leia. But her middle name was going to be Louise because of Bob's Burgers Louise. So Leia Louise was going to be the name if it was a girl. Now it makes sense to name my son Logan Parker, because if you're familiar with Bob's Burgers, Logan was Louise's arch nemesis. Like, he always fucked up her plans, and for my kid to be a boy and fuck up my plans of having a girl, I feel like Logan is absolutely perfect. Of course, Wolverine and Parker for Spider-Man, but the lore behind these names fucking kills me. Hopefully it takes after my brother is like 6'5". Well, my brother's like 6'2". So hopefully he is, and he becomes like we got 2 chances at NFL, so. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rename this, because it's beginning to give problems. And I'm just going to call it Animation 2 for now. And that's what we're just going to go with. So that way it has a place to save. Because it's been having a problem having my recover save, which I will need.
Kicking ass.
See how this
Because we can't afford to show it.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I like to call light work.
Alright, now here's where my conundrum was from the other day. I don't know if I want him to say his lines while he's walking. Like, he's walking in, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I like to call light work. So let's see how long it takes him to walk from one location to the other, and then we can kind of just like time it out.
And that, ladies and gentlemen,
so I'm just going to do this. Now this is where the other problem is going to come in, because his head, he's not like any of the other characters. His head, his mouth cycle is his entire head. So I can't like attach the mouth to the head, and wherever the head moves, the mouth moves. Wherever the mouth moves, the head has to go. So it's just a whole lot of work that doesn't need to be done. So maybe what I'll do is start it from here. And I will just have him start off screen, zoom out, so he'll go off screen quicker. And then I'm going to hit this little tool right now. So depending on how well this works, we shall see. Because honestly, I could just copy the head and place it right where it needs to be, and it'll be fine.
and that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I...
Too quick. So I need to start him closer.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I like to call...
I like that. I like that. I actually think that pacing is good. So I'm going to go into this. Nope, wrong one. Into the head. And then just... Actually, no. I'm going to take these. Copy. And this is going to be a pain in the ass. But I feel like it's going to be more necessary than not. So, where is that head? Actually, I might have to do that like this. So, yeah, this is going to be a little bit more complex than I thought. So I'm going to go copy. Nope, not cut. Not cut. Copy. Go in there, go into his mouth cycle, and then I'm going to hit paste. Paste layers. Get that whole bitch in there. Repeat it for this. Take this whole mouth cycle, copy, bada boom. Actually, it would probably make more sense. Let's see how it does it first, because I'm gonna actually close this. Because if I open or import this layer in here, it might not put his head in the right position, and if it doesn't, I would have to reposition every single one. So we'll see. Paste layers. Okay, see how his head is all the way up there? What I can do, however, actually I'm going to hide that and just see if this is more efficient. Copy layers. Go into the head. Paste layers. Alright, it doesn't matter. They're both going to be off either way. So all I'm going to do is just worry about what I can control right now. And that's just this. Copy. I'm just going to put it. Alright, so he sent back another version of that sound. So I'm going to go listen to this real quick. I have to turn my headphones up. Or when I play. I'm happy with it. Yeah, I think I'm happy with it. Okay. Okay. My phone is about to die. I'm gonna put it off for a little bit. Let's see. Now let's redo this. I'm gonna put this there. Move it around. Where is the thing? Where's that? Okay. So turn it, bop it, twist it, and pull it. And since I want it to be as precise as humanly possible, I'm going to turn the opacity down, zoom it in. Like I said, perfectionist. these are the things that get on my nerves about myself. Like I could be like, oh, like most people are like, all right, that's cool, that's close enough. Nope, I can see a little bit of gray, so that means I got to make it a little bit bigger and move it. All right, so I just think his head needs to go to the right side. Oh. I hate my brain. All right, control Y. All right. Why can't I just be satisfied with it being close enough? I don't know why. I wish I did, really. Because if I was to fall under the close enough category, I get done with so much so quickly. All right, I think that's perfect. So I'm gonna get rid of this and that because I don't need it for the walk cycle. Wait, nope, can't get rid of it. Can't do that. Because if I get rid of that there, it's going to get rid of it for everything since they're all the same symbol. That could be a problem. We're good. Alright, so what I'm just going to do is go to the beginning and figure out where the dialogue is, where I want him to start. So this is where the fun stuff comes in. It's figuring out the numbers and wheres and the whens and the whys. Alright, so here's where I have him walking. I don't necessarily have to do this, but I want to. Nope, wait, nope. That's not how it works. There we go. Okay. So I want to start 275. That's what we got to remember. The number 275. So I'm going to go in here. And now I also got to remember what frame is he on when he's talking. So Control Z. No. So we're just gonna start here. Our frame 1 is gonna be frame 95. Okay, so we gotta put it on frame 95. Frame 265 on frame 195. That makes a lot of no sense because we don't have in 195. Shit. Because it loops. It's okay. No, it was frame 95. Was it? Oh, shit. 95. Mouse cycle. God damn it. It's not the same here. Fuck me. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna have to just gauge on this. 275. Oh, it's gonna be 275 no matter what. Okay. This is the hard part. What does it say, guys? A Swami guy! What is happening, guy? Oh my lord! How have you been? How you been, guy? What frame is this? So this is frame 143. Shit, this is so much fucking mental math. Alright, so where am I getting 45 from? Where's 145? So I'm starting the movement here. This is just such a conundrum, dude. I'm just gonna try something. See what happens. Dude, this is driving me insane. $275. Right? That's what we said. So what we're gonna do, actually, I'm gonna just create a little marker. That's all I'm gonna do for right now. Create a marker, and just so that way I can keep my place. F6, right at that spot, because that's where the dialogue begins. Get rid of that keyframe. Copy everything. Brain fart. Wait until the good old computer decides to not be dumb. Paste and overwrite. Alright. So this is where it starts. And hopefully I get it right. Frame picker. Wait, I could, that's right. I can just go here. So, yes, we want to click play the graphic once, and we're going to start it 275. Just going to start right there. And if I'm correct, and that, I'm just going to start it right here. What been up with you though, Swam? What's been up, my guy? Like that. Let's see how it works. And if I did all this mental shit properly, then he should be saying his dialogue as he's walking. Let's see.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I like to call light work.
Even though nothing of what I did was light work. I mean, it is. It is light work if you know what you're doing, but I had to figure it out on the way, so yeah, you get it. This is why I'm drinking at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Damn, it is actually just 12. Okay.
Gentlemen, is what I like to call light work.
So what I'm going to go in here and change this. And I'm going to change it because I'm going to go in here, remove the tweens, shift F6. I'm going to do the same thing for the shoulders and the triceps. Oop, one too many. Right click. Remove classic tween, shift F6. Oh, guys just living in the world, my God. Hey, that's all we doing. That's all any of us are doing. That's all we can do right now, really. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just take his forearm. And honestly, this is where the new arm structure would probably need to be taking place, because of where I noticed how, again, he's supposed to be bending at the crease as opposed to like the midpoint of his arm, I guess, because it makes his bicep look smaller. Oh, thank you, guy. Yes, sir. About to have me a boy. Well, not about to. We got some time. But yep, I'm now part of the dad club. I mean, in a way, I have been frick the last year. Well, yeah, about the last year. He's been calling me dad for about a year now. So I'd say I've been a part of the club, but now it's like me. And that's the part that I'm worried about. I'm worried about raising me. I'll be like looking at myself and like, damn, you telling me a lot about myself right now, you little motherfucker. Stop. But hey, I'm excited. I had a whole bunch of friends and families and other people to kind of coach me and teach me. Like all you guys had kids way before I even did. So kind of seeing how all my friends handled their kids and handled their, all their unique personalities, and some dealing with multiple. It's helped me a lot. So I think I'm prepared. Alright, I need to move this arm down because I don't like how it's covering his face. Same with this one. So I'll probably just have a little bit more cash since they just got done whooping ass. Oh, and then get rid of the ones in the back.
And that, ladies and gentlemen,
so he's gonna walk in here.
that, ladies and gentlemen,
And I want to see if I can copy shoulder. No, hand, shoulder, and bicep. Just copy it for like one frame. Yeah, guy. Ain't no thing, guy, in the world. Let's see. Outside. Was that the outside one? Hand. Cool. Right where I wanted it. Right there. That's where I wanted it. In that case, I'm going to do it on the second frame. Turn that off. Turn that on. Onion skin. We want the before now, so all we gotta do is just take the shoulder, since everything is attached, and just drop it in. And then hopefully they are in the exact place so it doesn't look odd. And it doesn't. I think it looks good. Okay. The one thing that always bothers me is this little elbow area right here. How they never fucking touch. It just looks off. And that doesn't even look right. So I think I'm just gonna go in and adjust this one. Yeah, okay. Nope, I'm gonna adjust the other one. So all I gotta do is just get rid of this little black part, or this little brown right here. And I'm going to hit the erase, and I'm going to erase inside. It's still gonna look a little weird, but at least they connect a little bit better. I might just go in here and perfect. Exactly what I wanted. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna smooth it out a bit. Because again, I'm not chasing perfection, especially for if it's just on screen for a couple of frames. Yeah, it does kind of have a weird look to it, but at the end of the day, this whole fucking cartoon has a weird look to it. So is that why that's... So the whole thing is I didn't even need to do that in the first place. Well, the erasing this part, yes, I definitely should have kept this part, because that is actually going to be a big detriment. All right, so there's that. I'll keep that. However, what I didn't notice is when I straightened his arm out. Why did it look so weird? I think that looks better, honestly. But no one's arm, when you're naturally hanging, just natural and relaxed, your arms don't hang out straight. Like, this is just me naturally. No one's arms stay like that. And yes, I'm a big back. Dad bod. So every arm is gonna have like a slight bend to it. I just think that looks a lot better than it has been. So, nope, go back. And then all I'm gonna do is just do this. Use the onion skin instead. Why is it so dark? Like, the onion skin's supposed to be like hollow, but it's like not. See, there's a fucking noble again. Fuck it. Fuck it. Whatever. Properties 50%, because for some reason I can't see. And I don't have to be perfect, just close. Arms good. Same thing over here. Doesn't have to be completely perfect, just close. And good. Because when he stops motion, when he stops moving, like, your eyes are gonna like adjust to the frames in between the motion and the not motion, and it's not gonna be able to pick up every little small imperfection. However, we'll pick that up. I'm gonna fix that. There. Wait a second, I know what's different. I just realized there are different parts on each character because I updated. Okay, now it's starting to click. So which one am I using? I'm using the number 1 when he's walking. So when he's done walking, so I'm gonna go in. I mean, it should be this one. I'm gonna go ahead and this is making some sense now. See, like I said, perfectionism, it is a curse for me because I am so adamant about everything just like being in the right spot and everything making fucking sense. Every little, I don't know. I think that's also why this cartoon looks so good. So I don't know. I'm not trying to say, oh, this cartoon looks good because of me. No, I'm just saying, like, since I'm the one who animates it, puts everything together, and me looking at it every day and noticing all these slight imperfections. It's the same way like when I'm editing a live action video. When I'm taking things and I go frame by frame looking at it like, okay, wait a second, that doesn't go there. I need to change this. Why does that work? But not here. So I'm just going to do that. And again, don't think.
Is what I like to.
But then again, I notice. So what I am just going to do, simple adjustment. I just got to get it right. Because I don't want it to. Alright, I think that's good. Alright, save. See, my ADHD brain works like that. Megan! What's happening? 18%. See, I should have had my chat. I know I should have my other chat over here. Alright, so.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I like to call light work.
You know, there have been so many people in my life, and just seeing that name pop up, her and her husband Chris,
And that, ladies
I'll
and
never
gentlemen,
forget this. Great people. I was evicted from one of my homes, or from where? Not one of my homes. I got evicted from where I was living. And they didn't have to, but they were willing to look out for my dog for a couple of days. I had a pit bull. They had a pit bull. They got along, kind of, I think. And, you know, they were willing to just watch them. They kept them for a couple of days while I was sorting out my fucked up, stupid life. And if you guys are still in there, you guys, I will have to message them, because that will be something that sticks with me forever. It's moments like that that stick with people, like whether it's good or bad. Even though I was like in the worst of times, like knowing that there are people out there that's like, yeah, we got your back, dude. It's like, damn, I needed that. Kind of like how that looks, but I know that the tricep or the shoulder is a lot more visible over the bicep. I don't know. I'll keep the original because that muscle right there. I will, however, just not touch it. Okay.
that, ladies and gentlemen,
So during the walk cycle, I don't need the bats at all.
is
So since everything wants to get a little wonky, I'm just going to go here and go there and do that. And then for some reason it always likes to bring up other stuff, so I'm gonna go get rid of that, and then boom, there we go. We're good.
Is what?
No, it's not. Shit, I forgot. You cannot do that with the mouth. You cannot do one frame. You have to do that.
Is what I like to call light work.
Perfect.
You ain't.
Is what I like to call light.
So this is where I want him to be facing another direction. I'm gonna go ahead and put that there.
Is what I like to call. I like.
All right, I'm just gonna put it back here because I'm gonna get rid of the bats for now, but I'm gonna bring them back. So I kind of need. No, I need a reference. So. And I'm going to do something I kind of like doing because it just brings a level of authenticity and a little bit of detail. It's nothing crazy. But what I like to do every now and then is go into the warp tool and just do simple things. Like this. Just raise it so that way it looks like it's raising with his shoulders. I know it takes a little bit of extra work, but the payoff is so much better, I think. And then do this. Shit. I think this is for here. Yep, it is. Because that's what that is for. But still, none of this is working out the way that it was meant to. That's supposed to be there. Let me see, move this bat. See, there, that's what it's supposed to look like. Easy fix. At least I hope. I might have to move his arm manually as opposed to using like a tween because there are so many other moving parts to it. Not like moving parts, like literally, but like there's just so much more that has to be done for it to work. So I'm going to add a bat layer, another bat layer. Oops. Not what I wanted to do. There we go. So that way. And now, put his hands back neutral. Again, might end up doing it manually just because of how kind of off everything is. But that's fine. Actually, yeah, I'll use this one. Here, paste in override. I know what's missing. We're missing music. I knew something was off. It was too quiet. Take a hit of my motherfucking bong real quick, yo. I mean my bowl. I'ma try to get real high cause I'm low. If you didn't know, having a baby boy, I wanted a girl, but I bet that boy is gonna be my whole world. Yeah. Freestyling. Broken Vibes 2026. My camera just like freeze. Well, it's a good thing because I literally just hit my bowl right in front of the camera and was not even paying attention. So there's that. Okay, back to work. I'm gonna go back and add the hand.
Is what I call
Alright, so this is where the bat frame is going to come back into frame right here. So then it's out of frame. Correct.
is what I like. I would
No, wait, no. This is where I wanted him to turn around. That's right. So, wait, hold up. I still need this. So, never mind. I'll do that part second. Right now, I'm more focused on why his entire body is just like not in the right spot. happy with that. Let's hope nothing crazy happens between
I like,
add the hand back because now we're gonna focus on the other side. But in past times, his arms would both just go straight back. So like if you're looking from this angle, it would just go back like that. So I'm gonna try something different to where he puts it like this. So it may not work because this is the first time I'm trying it, and I'm not again that much of a drawer. So let me go find recent All I gotta do is go into this one. I'm going to copy these last two frames. Copy this one there. Right click, paste. Yeah. Shaw. Huh. Yeah. Shaw. Ah. So on this frame, it's gonna be like this. And then I'm gonna flip this here. Flip vertical. And then I'm going to do this here. So I'm headed on the right track. Even though it looks whack, trust me, believe me, I got your back. You must believe that. So I'm gonna do this right here. And I'm about to make this shit really real clear that I don't know what I'm doing half the time, but I just be busting out and doing the rhyme. I just be vibing. My mind will be flying. I honestly don't even know why I'm trying. Okay, I'm done. Sorry. Alright, so this one's gonna be the tough one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna create 2 extra layers to put these behind. Because I'm gonna get it in this position first, like where I want them to be. And I'm honestly going to adjust. I'm gonna adjust it from there. So I'm gonna get it in position first. So alright. So now, first things first, I'm gonna fix the shoulder. I think that's actually pretty good. So, and then I'm just going to erase this axis. It's just a lot. And it is unnecessary. I think we're good. Okay, so I think that's pretty neat. So I'm going to just copy the torso just for a couple of frames. And we'll put it on top. And I usually do this if there's like certain things that have to cross. This is a lot of extra work. This is where all the extra work comes from. So I'm going to just make these frames right here it. Actually, I'm just going to start it right here. No. I need it to be behind. I need it to be right. So. So I'm really just copying these frames right here. So this has to be 335. Or instead of scrolling, I did Neanderthal. And I gotta do the same thing with this. So I also have to do another layer. I can just put it, no, I have to do another one. So it has to be another top layer. I should have just made it, sometimes the wording and the verbiage may not always come out the way that I want to, but I think it'll be right. So I'm just gonna go in here, copy, paste. However, now there's a problem. I just now realized that fucking shoulder. It's okay. I could just copy on this frame, paste in place. There. Simple problems, simple solutions. Well, the only other issue that I see is where the bat is poking out the other side, but hey, look, I don't see that problem no more. Nope, keep it, where was that? Now, just go back to shoulder, hand. Copy. Go to where it matters. Erase giant body parts, except the right ones. All right. Actually, I kind of wanted his bicep to hang a little bit more straight. And this needs to come up. Because his outside shoulder should not be hanging, or outside hand should not be hanging lower than or inside hand should not be hanging lower than his outside hand. That is just perspective. pretty dandy. Save. Shit.
I like.
Well, in that case. Nope. That's about as low as I can go. So when they ask you, how low can you go? How low can you go? That low. That low. Any lower than it's no. I can't go no more. No low. Buck nugget. I guess I'm gonna have to create another bat layer because I am an incompetent prick. No, I'll make the second one. I mean, it doesn't really matter which one's which because you don't see it, but I don't know. Okay. Now, we've been on the stream for like an hour and a half working on just this.
And that, ladies and gentlemen,
Took an hour and a half just for this.
and that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I like to call light work.
You ain't.
Just that, and that part's not even done. Like, I haven't even actually animated it yet. Now, however, what I might do is just I might just do all the animation and then do all the in-between stuff later. Oh my god, this nervous. Okay, good. I can't actually get rid of these because I don't need them really. I'm gonna transform, flip him. There we go. I heard my neighbor screaming again. My neighbor's always screaming. Always.
light work. Light work. Is what I like to call light work.
Okay, let's continue. So what I'm gonna do is usually there's a process to what I personally do, but I think I'm gonna skip a step. Usually I do all the animations, like all the tweening and all this and that, and I think I'm not gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna do the main parts and then go back and redo like the cleanups, the individual pieces later. I think that might speed things up a bit.
You ain't do jack shit but watch.
I came.
Jack shit.
So I'm just gonna go through and literally just fly through this.
You did but watch.
See how that looks. Why does that look so bad though? Because it looks super bulky. And it's not supposed to. No. These are the things that I be just trying to figure out. Because again, I'm not like the best at some of this stuff. But I don't know. There's just certain things don't look right.
It's what I like.
looks fine now, but not, but before it looked weird. I'm gonna try something new with this animation. Like these are some new things I'm about to try.
Came up with the plan. And coordinated.
Let's just start here. I don't know what I'm gonna do on that all, but I'm gonna do something. Just need triceps with these top three.
I came up with the plan. came up with the plan and coordinated all of our attacks. I came up with the plan and coordinated all of our attacks.
No. All we
coordinated all of our attacks.
I think this will make me feel better. Because that is just so kind of annoying how it's just like this big old blob of whatever. Maybe that might fix it. See? Simple things. Simple solutions. all this shit just to do seconds worth of animation is wild. But at the end of the day, it looks good. It's worth it. Oops, that's the wrong one. I've really been doing the most. And it's because I can't move on past something when it's just like, yeah, fix this later. That's the intention, to fix it later, but jeez.
I came up with the plan and coordinated all of our attacks.
Alright, so that's just for the placeholders. I think that's alright.
Our attacks.
No. All you said was do-gooders away.
Oh my goodness.
As a good leader should.
Guys, does it even matter? We did it.
Wherever he goes. So in that case, this is where all this comes back. Safe. Always safe. Alright, so
As a good leader should.
Guys, does it even matter? We did it. Even matter?
I think I'm gonna bring that back sooner.
As a good leader should.
Guys.
Let's bring it right here.
Guys, does it even matter? Guys, does it...
My dog's snoring. She's snoring. Let's switch up the music.
With base 44,
This
simple
shit's putting me to
sentence
sleep.
becomes
Get me off the
your
snooze
website.
channel. It's Iggy zonked out. Now, let's see who do I want. No, here we go. Nope. Playing this made me think of something else. Hold up. Here we go. I found what I want. No, I won't find what I want. Okay, I can fuck with this. Not exactly what I was looking for, but I like it. I think there might be a better one though, because I like it, but it's just okay. There it is. This is it.
a good leader should.
Guys, does it even matter? We did it.
And then he just instantly gets mad. That's bonkers. Okay.
Guys, what's that sound?
She'd be like, Or, I kind of want him to do that, but I can't draw that.
What sound?
See if I can get something close and just have like Fireball draw it. What the fuck? That's what I'm gonna have him do. I'm gonna have him go. I wanna see if I can do it.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Back to normal.
I don't know.
Make sure to always fucking save. That's my reference as to when things go back to normal.
do not disturb setting for your mind, and it gets you focused in just 5 minutes. Using
Why is it strong song Stranger Things? Oh, this is. It's not that type of stream.
I don't know.
So I'm gonna put this. I think this is the Toby Spider-Man. It sounds like Daredevil. No, it's registering now. I'm starting to remember. It's the intro. That's what it is. It's the intro. No, I haven't seen this movie in a long time. But I swear, it sounds so much like fucking Daredevil. Like, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that don't sound like Daredevil.
With great power comes great responsibility.
He's got radioactive blood. Look out. Here comes the Spider-Man. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Here comes the Spider-Man. He's not Spider-Man, it's Spider-Man. Will he snap? Yes, he will. He will lift you up and kill. He ain't real like Peter, man. That's cause he's Spider-Man. Look out. Don't get fucked up by Spider-Man. Don't get fucked up by Spider-Man. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. It will kick your ass, Spider-Man. Look out. Don't get fucked up by Spider-Man. Spider-Man. That motherfucker is so insane. He's got a blick. He's got webs, but got the switch. Look out. Here comes the Spider-Man.
Here we go.
Spider-Man. That motherfucker so damn insane. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Yeah, that boy is so insane. Spider-Man. different version. No, I remember what let's see. Yeah, boy. Just that one.
If you're one of the thousands of women.
Shut up. I asked you about your eating habits.
AI tools you have to know if you want to make a sale.
Yeah, I'll pass. Monday CRM lets you manage your entire sales cycle with AI capabilities.
Damn, now I want to play this, yo. I need. Okay, I want to pause this for a second because I feel like this would be awesome. Alright, so what I need to do is get a thing made of. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. I think this is the most recent. Actually, this one is. So. Sorry. What is up? What is up, my glib globs? Something's up with the Adobe because for some reason it always takes 18 years and 32 extra years, along with 12 Amazon business days for this to speed up and get to where it needs to be. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do, let's go here. Oops, wrong one. Copy, paste. All right. File. New. And I'm just gonna keep. I'm actually just gonna create this on the side. And of course, it wants to take 80 extra years to save. Okay. So as you can see, that didn't work. So still didn't work. The fuck? shit that I don't need to be doing right now. Watch is always a difficult one. Boy, baby. All this for a plan that for a future plan. Ooh. once this is all caught up, I'm gonna finish up Batman, and I'm gonna take a break. Because if I sit here in front of this damn computer all day, I will lose my mind. I know it's a lot to do, and I have a lot to do, but still. Take your breaks. Preserve your mental health. Don't burn out. That is the key to longevity. And I need to take my own advice.
I don't know.
Maybe it's the maybe it's the fucking bomb in the middle of the room.
Oh.
It doesn't have to be perfect. Just gotta aim for wherever I think the middle is. Okay, I just need to find a good tell. So maybe like across to where the mask is. Let's see if I can just do that. See how good that is. I think that's good. Yeah, that's a good place. Be gone in a day or two. I need to get some and my lips is about to be extra glossy. Okay.
Maybe it's the fucking bomb. Maybe it's the fucking bomb in the middle of the room.
Oh.
Oh shit, I gotta do that whole crazy thing again. Alright, now this is where I should actually start paying attention to what I'm doing. Because it's not gonna matter, like any of this extra shit isn't gonna matter if my characters aren't placed in the right spot. So, I need to figure out now if Batman is gonna hit doohickey or not. If Batman's not the one that's gonna hit doohickey, then it doesn't matter. I think Pew Pew is. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and place this bomb. Just a rough sketch. It doesn't have to be perfect. obviously this room isn't going to be like, I think the room is going to be deeper. Like it's not going to be like the wall is going to be there. I think I should handle that real quick. Now that I'm actually getting a perspective of the characters and where they're going to be, I should start thinking about the frame of reference of the background. Imagining like them coming through a door right here, walking in, and then there it's just gonna be just barely off frame. So like maybe the center. We can start off right here, so I can design like at least the 4 layers, the 4 walls. It's gonna be really simple. I'm not gonna go completely insane with the background. It just needs to look cool enough. So this part isn't gonna matter as much. I'm gonna keep it there just for so thinking they're going to walk in. From this big door that I'm gonna create. So they're gonna walk in, stay their lines, and there might be a bomb right here. So let's draw it right there.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all.
So if I put like right here,
and it's what I like to call it.
and you know their argument, yada yada yada. I don't know. Actually, I think I do know. I'm gonna shrink the room a little bit. Because, yeah, I know I wanted... I just think that the bomb being more obvious makes it funnier, in my opinion. So yeah, forget the door. They're just gonna walk into the middle of the room. I don't need to worry about anything in particular.
is what I like to call light work.
Why is it?
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I like to call light work.
You ain't do jack shit but watch.
Yeah, and I feel like if it's like
I came up with the plan and coordinated all of our attacks.
and they're completely oblivious, and I think that makes it funnier.
No. All you said was, do-gooders away.
I'm actually gonna put it a little bit further off screen. I think that's turning out pretty good.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I like to call light work.
You ain't do jack shit.
Maybe it's the fucking bomb in the middle of the room.
Sorry, Iggy. Didn't mean to scare you. Alright. Do I want him to fully turn around?
Bomb in the middle of the room.
Oh!
So this is what I'm gonna do. just on a loop? I feel like I've listened to this one track forever. I think it's just on a loop. That taken care of. Now we're getting ready to go into the next part where he starts running around like a madman. And then I want him mute this part for a second. See just how long kind of probably, so maybe we'll start. I'm trying to just map this whole thing out in my brain. I think I'm gonna have him go. I just had to think about that for a second. Gander, look-see, and then take off again because he's stupid. All right, so another short, but I'm not gonna have him throw his hands up. He's just gonna have them up and running. And I might actually just go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here just to have. Once again, put it in a duplicate folder. I'm gonna go ahead and exit. No. File. Open. Characters. Duplicators. My entire folder setup is controlled chaos. Believe me, it is controlled chaos. Chaos still nonetheless, but it's controlled. Kind of. Sort of, kind of. I don't know how you have controlled chaos. It's like having a fire in a bottle. That type of controlled chaos. No, it's more like having a Molotov cocktail. Yeah, that's where it's at. Okay.
Hours!
Wait, this isn't it. That's not it. I finished it. Oh, I opened the copy. Take off my ring for a second. Snug. Alright, gotta wait another 77 years for this fucking thing to pop up. Wait, where is it? I know where I saved it at. I think it was this one. I went to create the whole city, just to create the city, and like, well, not the city, but like the strip. And then got to animating and completely forgot that this is a background layer that I'm working on. But it's okay. I'll just save it as something else. There we go. Wait, this isn't it either. I know I have it. I know it's done. Oh yeah, it's the one that's 7.6, not 7.1. Okay, all right. This one is done. I know this one is done. And if I do say so myself, it's actually pretty cool. I just needed to draw, like, I need to do some finishing touches on this one, and this will be done, but finishing touches on that I can do like in a weekend. So I'm more concerned about getting that run cycle. There we go. File, save as. Save it as the right thing. myself some time. Save myself some time and headache of dealing with all of that. I'm just going to manipulate the run cycle and call it a day. That way I get exactly what I want off jump, as opposed to dealing with a whole bunch of headache of, oh man, his arm went all the way over there, and I gotta fix this, and I gotta fix that. No, just do the thing. Alright, let's change up the lo-fi. If there's any suggestions on some music, I'm all here and all ears. Let's do this though, until I get some suggestions on some music.
Okay, great. Wait, were you even listening? You haven't taken a single note this entire meeting?
I'm actually listening better than I ever have.
Yeah, I like this. Original MK, yo. What y'all know about the OG MK? Alright, so I'm going to start off it right here. Actually, no, right here. Alright, so I'm going to just these. I said Shift F6. Oops, missed one. See, this is why I needed that other one open. This is why. Alright, so I'm gonna reopen that one. I'm gonna reopen the run and put those elements in there just so that way I always have them every time I need to go use them. They're there, and I've built up a library of every character of like different hands, different facial features, different body positions. I've done like we've got a lot. So when we're ready for the season, there. Shift that. What just happened? Okay. Oh my gosh, dude, come on. Where's Austin at when you need him? right. I'm gonna have to do 2 different types of run cycles. One for each way. That's right. Which frames this is they're sitting on, because I am so confused right now. Alright, so why do I need that? I didn't draw it the first time. I thought I was being smart. Did I do it on the wrong fucking one? I bloody sure enough did. That's twice. God dang. Such an idiot. Why didn't any of that erase? got it right this time. Yay. Oops. Why is this here? There. It's really not supposed to do that, but I think I want to add some movement to the. Oh, I did. I don't notice it. Because they're bouncing in
Kroger
unison.
makes it easier than ever to satisfy all your protein and fiber needs with our exclusive brands. Now you can find these extra benefits in the foods you already know and love. Snack smarter with Simple Truth Protein Salsa Verde tortilla chips. Or grab a Simple Truth Protein Energy Bar or flavored protein water when you're on the go. Stop by Kroger and discover new favorites today. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
might be too much bounce. Shit, I lost my train of thought. Oh well. Sometimes these little things just happen. Where you spend all your time going, oh yeah, that's good. That's gonna be good. Turns out not what you want, and you gotta go and do all these little tiny little minute detail things that will drive you batshit. No pun intended. It actually should be his nickname, batshit, because I don't know. Let's see if that looks better. Nope. See, that's just the nature of the game. Being here, doing all this little shit for no reason. I shouldn't even be doing this. I should not be doing like the detailed stuff today. But I be getting so into my own head. Let's see if this works now. You want to know what makes a good movie? A movie that makes you think about it even after you're done watching it. Me and my wife watched Obsession for the first time last night. Man, that movie is something else. That movie was something else. I really like that. Alright, so I think I like this better. No tweens, just letting it work. It looks a little bit more natural, I think. So I'm going to keep that. All right, let's add them. So I think I wanted to have him. Let's see. Ooh, perfect. Honestly. Like, for real, that couldn't have come at a better time. Gonna move that down so that way I can make him stop running. F7. All right, we're getting somewhere. And I think this is going to start off screen over here. That's too fast. I like that. I like that. Okay. And I'm going to use this one. Actually, I might have to use. I'm going to duplicate it. Because I'm going to need a run right and a run left. I'm going to put the run right on top. Okay, so Nope, nope, no, 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 no. Control Z. So I need to put this one, and my face froze up again. No matter. There we go. My pinkies. Pardon me. Alright, there we go. So I'm going to put this one over here. However, I'm going to transform, flip horizontal, do the same thing with this one, transform, flip horizontal. Very simple, just change this to this. I think, yep. Well, here's the dumb part. I have to go through and do all those. But let me make sure before I nope, that's not gonna work. So even a duplicate isn't gonna work. What if damn. So now I have to rethink some things. So now, what would I do? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna use this big brain of mine to solve this problem because I can't flip his logo. However, I do have an idea. It's gonna take a lot of extra work. But I think it'll be the bigger problem solver in the long haul. No, it actually won't. Oh my gosh. Because again, I can't switch this without switching it on the other one. So what I think I'll have to do I don't want to import another run, but I might have to. Because so far, that seems to be the only possible way. Just having to go in here and do all the other shit that I've already done again. Is what's just gonna drive me insane. But it's whatever. It's whatever. I mean, it's gonna be good. It's gonna turn out good at the end of the day. So I think, I mean, it's gonna be worth it 100%. I'm just tired of having to redo a whole bunch of stuff that I've already done and then turn around and have to do it again. Because it's just tedious and mind-numbing. Okay. I'm wondering if I can go into this one and just, we'll see. Oh, the music stopped. Save first before experimenting. Nope, I already fucked up. There we go. Alright. Perfect. I shall return. Let's see, what other lo-fi music can we listen to? Oh, what's some great video games? Already got it. Figured it out. The next thing I'm playing. This is it.
You know Amy Acton is the COVID lockdown doctor who closed your child's school
Oh
and
my god, I don't care.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
there'll be nobody else. Crying is the way I fly to you. Am I still in a dream, snake eater? Someday you'll feed on a tree frog. This ordeal, a trial to survive. For the day they'll see new life. But for you, in my time, there'll be nobody else. Cry is the way I fly to you. Am I still in a dream? Snake eater. I'm still in a dream. Snake Smoke 'em if you got 'em. It's break time. I've been working on this thing since 11.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
You know what? Since we're not monetized right now, oh no, because we'll get booted and I don't want to get booted.
The virtuous mission. Future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit. Virtuous mission. Kept you waiting, huh?
Kept you waiting. Snake. Iroquois Blisket. The Lalelulelo. Should talk like David Hoyer this entire time. Snake. Liquid snake here. Ah! Snake? Snake? Snake! Snake! Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Shit. Didn't even think about the framing. Damn. It might still be this framing, and I might actually be a little bit wider I'll come back to these. Alright, I'm gonna have to turn this down a bit. Or at least pause it for a second, because I am gonna need this dialogue.
Did you just defuse a bomb?
Why does it hurt his head like that? Oh, yep, that's right, because I did it. Okay, makes sense. Nope, can't do it here. That's right. Okay. There's that again. Okay, so I'm gonna mute that again. And I think I'll come back and adjust that, because there's no telling how wide I'm gonna make the screen. So as long as I get that effect. And I think I'm gonna have him do something stupid. My neighbor's outside again. Alright, guys. It's been fun. I think I'm gonna end here. It's been about 4 hours and some change. Your boy needs to eat. And I'm gonna work on this behind the scenes, lock in, get this done. So hopefully next time when I come back, we're further ahead, and we just pick up the animation and go from there. So until next time, I will see you guys. Take care of yourselves and do good or don't do it all.